Greetings, my friends. This is Gilles Mention. I thought I'd come and wish you a good day. I hope you're enjoying. There is this summer here. I have to leave the door open. It might be a bit noisy, but it's really so hot, and so looking forward to be able to swim in this, to swim and to enjoy this summer. For it is really our desires, the body of desires that keep everybody here on the planet. If we didn't have this body of desire, the need to fulfill things, we would be gone already by a long time. So desire comes from God, and so we need to fulfill those desires. But even when the desires are not fulfilled, we have the mission to stay in joy, to stay in the receptive mode of what we've been asking for. That is the test and the challenge. And so continue to cultivate the inner peace. I'm going to discuss that a little bit more, but it's to rest. And even if we do not fulfill all our dreams and desires during one lifetime, we usually come back to fulfill them. And for all that we learn is actually been recorded. We can never go backwards in relationship to evolution of our soul. So it is very important to continue to cultivate a dream, a vision, a goal. If you don't have a goal, this is why why get up in the morning, why live on the earth. So continue to find those things that make you feel good, that you desire, that brings meaning to your life, that is to find your passion, what interests you in this life. And so there are so many things, and so to serve and to enjoy. And so I'm going to pull a few cards. The highest wisdom is a learning process. We are learning and growing. What we need to understand is knowledge, transcendental knowledge, the knowledge of our soul, our spirit, the eternal knowledge of the energy of the that bring us into balance and peace. What we need to do is liberation. We need to free ourselves. We have our will to be free, and the outcome will be serenity. Serenity is even beyond peace. For peace is really what we desire to communicate, to install. For we had a visitation. I'm going to rebound a little bit on a certain visitation from a spirit named the Goddess of Peace. Call on her every day. She wanted to bring into our life this golden white flame, which is pink inside. And to allow this golden flame of peace that comes from the great central sun to absorb it in a way so it's like in all our cells and all our atoms is filled with it, and then to allow this flame to fuse with our own soul flame, and so that the presence of peace live within us. And then this presence of peace has a commanding presence that can erase all that oppose the peace. And that is really what's going to be happening we're really gonna be able to what we want is there is two goals for the goal is like to transform this world from a 3D world to a fifth dimensional heaven, planetary heaven for all. But humanity is not quite ready. If everybody would call on this presence of peace for one day, the world will be all free, all of it. But humanity is not ready, so you want to cultivate it for yourself. But and so this golden flame of peace it really comes from the great central sun. The great central sun is the light of God. I don't really know what's going on. I know that there are celestial heavens and planets and so on within the great central sun of our universe, but I haven't really been invited. For even ascended masters or archangels do go back and forth because they're solving missions, but people, it's always on a need to know basis in the spirit realm. If there is no need to know something, then there is no need to know. Why bother with something you don't need to know? And so we have to accept that. For as soon as we end this incarnation, we want to complete our ascension if we haven't finished it, and for that we need to go to Shambhala. It is an inner plane city on the earth that's on the other side of the Gobi Desert. It's like the capital, celestial capital. And but then after there is no way to speculate what will happen after we complete this incarnation. Just follow you. I will follow my guides. I trust my guides 100% on that on all level. Although it is our responsibility, for all our thoughts are being monitored. It's like most people do not know that there are many spirits that are watching every thoughts they have. They're not invasive, but when you allow your I am presence and your spirit guides to become part of your spirit, of your mental complex, then sometimes you're getting reflections sometimes the reflection is not what you want to hear, but it is always wise. So just you can rely on this inner guidance. And for the lower mental body is going to fuse with the higher mind of the universe, the cosmos. So it's this flame of peace this flame of peace is like activating the Christ presence around us as well, and then everything that is not aligned with the peace, we can safely deliver it into the hands of the violet fire of the source in order to transmute it and purify it and remove it. So you may call on the goddess of peace or the archangel Raphael, or in your house of archangels, to come and show you this commanding presence of peace that comes from the great central sun. For she was explaining that we are never meant to have to ask for abundance, never have to meant to ask for freedom, never have to meant to ask for peace. Those are natural gifts that God given us. So it's like command that presence of peace, command that the abundance, and to command what we need. It's not. Eventually, we're gonna fuse within the fire, the white fire essence of the Creator. But we still have a mission here on the earth, and all the circumstances of our physical life is aligned with this mission. So the highest wisdom is to stay outside. It's like when we're ready, we're gonna cross the door, the threshold, the doorway. What we need to understand is receptivity. To continue to be in the state of receptivity, to be in the state of receiving the higher guidance. What we need to do is experiencing, to become closer to nature, to fuse with traditionally the card of virtue. And the outcome will be postponement. For we need to liberate ourselves from all kinds of from the critical mind. There's all kinds of things. It's the card of morality, it's the great inquisitor. So there is all kinds of things. So we're learning to focus. We're learning to this is the whole thing. We're learning to stop doing things for others that will exhaust us. And eventually we're going to come into this we are the world. So it's very important to accept, to go through whatever we need to go through is to clear up a karma. So go through as fast as possible. Call on the Pleiades. The Pleiadians or the archangels or your guides, your creator. But the Pleiadians are supervising the shift. They're really cleaning up right now so much. There is so much that's been cleaned up for the galactic families. The light families, the galactic families are essentially the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Lyrians, and the Andromedans, for there are many others. But the Pleiadians are very much involved in cleaning up all negative influence from the political stage, from the educational stage, from the scientific, from the economic, from the religious. Just everything needs to be cleaned up from all institution and media. When the media will be returned to the light, then the show will really go fast, and people will really come to the realization of many truths that they've been preventing from seeing. So we need to eliminate all the inferior things from our energetic field in order to connect to higher energetic fields, and so also it has been noted that all the underground bases. The underground bases that was to be negative extraterrestrials, they've all been clean. Everybody's been liberated. So that's a weight on the planet that's been lifted. It is the mission. Well, personally, I would like to see before my end in the incarnation the end of war and the end of poverty. It's a big job, because it's like where we are now and where we need to go. But first we have to eliminate it from within ourselves. But to try to convince people that freedom and joy and abundance and love is better than something that would oppose that. Eventually they're going to come to the realization. The highest wisdom is man-woman, to bring about this harmony of those two forces that they've been made polar opposite, and so it's like man and woman are not enemies. They're trying to, but there is a clear difference between a man and a woman. It's like no matter what they try to say in their narrative. For if we are a man, we want to be 51% masculine and 49% feminine. For a woman, we want to be 51% masculine, feminine, and 49%. So we need to stay in this balance. What we need to understand is the trees. What we need to do is the transport, stay on track. You can, and the outcome will be the lessons and the good deeds. We've been working really hard, and so we're gonna be. God knows, it's like so we'll be at some point we're gonna be free. It's like there is no other choice. If there is not hope for freedom for those who are seeking this liberation, then what's the point of being here? There is no point. So it's like whenever I doubt, Spirit says, "Show me this point of freedom." So I know it is very close. So we want to continue to cultivate the commanding presence of abundance and peace, and asking to move beyond the beliefs and the doubts. And so I'll pull a few cards with this tarot. So I hope I'm not doing repetitive things, but the highest wisdom is purification. What we need to understand is a renewal, brand new life, a new beginning. What we need to do is clairvoyance, to continue to cultivate our clairvoyance, and the outcome will be living. There is a departing. So there is a great shift that is coming, and so because it's common belief that life is unfair and life is hard, and so we believe that. Most people have been taught that from very childhood, and so we create a life that is unfair and that is really hard. But if we would come from the fact that life is fair and life is easy, all will change. It's like this power of creator. But some of people needed to create this paradigm in order to control the world and keep it subservient, but there is no there can be no opposition to the white life, the white fire essence of the soul, and therefore we need to learn to serve before we can ask to lead, because leading is the highest form of service, for we're here to serve the people, the humanity, and the planet. And so continue to cultivate your connection to the sacred fire, to continue to cultivate this presence of the Christ, this unconditional love, and so I think that's what I wanted to talk about today. That's about what I wanted to communicate, to share. I hope you find this message interesting. You continue to cultivate this connection, and in order we are every day we're reinforcing this connection to this inner self. Although we're prevented from seeing what's really going on. For the outer world is ruled by the collective ego, but the inner world is commanded by the soul and the spirit. Yet those presents are not invasive. They will only become more important within our life as we call on them, as we invite them, and there is that's just everybody has to. The free will was given for to choose love. It's just and if there is so much problem in this world, is because people did not use the free will in other ways than to choose love. But they're not to be blamed. They just need to be supported and loved and enlighten as much as possible. And so I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, for listening to those messages. I hope you can integrate and continue to cultivate your own sense of shining, this connection to the central sun. Thank you for your donations. If you want a private session, you can send me an email. There's going to be some continue to cultivate this. See, it's like a test of faith, test of patience. Everything is right now. It's everything. But inside, they're preparing this great celebration for freedom of the whole humanity. And the card of the day is the King of Raphael. Yeah, it's like the great Poseidon. Raphael comes with the trident. It's an authority. It was a weapon in the past, but it hasn't been used as a weapon in a very long time. And here it says, yes, you can trust. Capacity to accomplish many things at once. Give free range to your artistic passion. So just be creative. I can't wait to start painting. I started drawing. I have to draw until that, but I'm really eager to start returning to art and creating art. So I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that's been through my mind this morning, but I've sang it before, but I sort of sing it again. It's about the wind of change. It goes like this. I followed the Mosva down to Gorky Park, listening to the wind of change. An August summer night, soldiers passing by, listening to the wind of change. The world is closing in, and did you ever think that we could be so close like brothers. The future's in the air, can feel it everywhere, blowing with the wind of change. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. Walking down the street, distant memory are buried in the past forever. I follow the Mosva and down to Gorky Park, listening to the wind of change. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow share their dreams with you and me. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change. The wind of change blows straight into the face of time, like a storm wind that will ring the freedom bell for peace of mind. Let your balalaika sing what my guitar wants to say. Take me to the magic of the moment on a glory night, where the children of tomorrow dream away in the wind of change, in the wind of change. Great songs from Scorpio. It was the time of the fall of the Berlin Wall. I can't wait. I'm really eager to discover Russia. It's a fascinating place. I love the people. I love them. Well, right now it's like politically incorrect to say that you love Russia, but I'm looking forward to expanding my project eventually over there. I had a dream. I had an apartment in Moscow one day. It was just big town, big city. In my dream, it was really big. So it's really the end of the cycle. Well, it is very big. It's not just in my dream, but Moscow is a big city, and there are many other places in Russia where there is. It's like wherever there's collectors is where I'm gonna want to be, and they are all over the world. So we'll see. For the card of the day is the 10 of Mikhail. It's really like, it's like it's the end of it's ended. It's over. It is over. You are finally free. Happiness awaits. Leave the past behind you. So it is very much what he says, distant memory are buried in the past forever. Do not let old memory just disturb your peace of mind. It's just memory, it's just gone. Just find a peace in relationship to that. Find guidance if you need to solve something in the future. But continue to cultivate your well-being, your sense of joy and happiness. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Adonai.